Testing 1 2 1 2 testing 1 2. A very good afternoon to you, everybody, and a warm welcome to Borrowdale Park Racecourse. Today is the 25th of July 2025, and today sees the running of the Jeff Armitage Memorial Day Oaks. Got 6 races on the program today, and the first is about to runners for the first about to leave the parade ring, and the feature on this afternoon's program is the Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks, listed over 2,000 meters. But first off, we'll start off with the match winner maiden plates over 1,200 meters. Got an early runner out in parade, and that's horse number 3, Head and Heart. Caden Broad takes up the ride for Thomas Mason, and Caden Broad with the black cap. Black cap on horse number 3, Head and Heart. Scratchings on the program for this afternoon and equipment changes rather. In race 1, horse number 2, Blazing Sky, will race with a compression mask on. Compression mask on the 2 Blazing Sky in race 1. In race 3, horse number 2, Copper Fire, to race with earmuffs. Earmuffs on the 2 Copper Fire in race 3. Scratch the 2 Captive Moon in race 4. Scratch the 6 Raining Again in race 4, and in race 6 scratch horse number 1, Queen of Fire. Runners for race 1, the match winner maiden plates over 1,200 meters, now coming out in parade. As we build towards the feature event on the afternoon's programs, the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks over 2,000 meters. That's in. Once she goes in, it'll be the turn of Blazing Sky, and we can get this field of maidens away. But she's not cooperating thus far, is Matilda Fitzwalter. Looks like the team has finally managed to get inside the pins. Yes, they have. So Matilda Fitzwalter locked away. Blazing Sky to complete the lineup. Blazing Sky comes up into barrier 5, and the starter sends them home from the 1,200 meter marker, and they got off to a pretty decent enough beginning. Guns of War got a good start on the inside of runners, so too did Blazing Sky. Those two goes up to take up the running. Head and Heart is towards the back of the field, and Firefly Lane is the tail marker as they make their way towards the 800-meter marker. It's Blazing Sky then who sets the pace. From back in second is Matilda Fitzwalter. Drop back then to Head and Heart, and then towards the back of the field is Guns of War and Firefly Lane as they cross now the junction of the two courses. They have 600 meters to go, and it's Blazing Sky who sets the pace. In second position is Matilda Fitzwalter, who's looming large and coming up on the inside of runners to overtake the front runner. It's now Matilda Fitzwalter from Blazing Sky as they make their way now towards the 400-meter marker. Matilda Fitzwalter on the inside, Blazing Sky on the outside, Head and Heart making issue of it, but Blazing Sky is in the lead into the final 100 meters, and Blazing Sky with the advantage from Matilda Fitzwalter, and Blazing Sky will be a maiden no more and will win the first here at Borrowdale Park. Matilda Fitzwalter gets second, third will go to Head and Heart, and fourth position maybe just to Firefly Lane ahead of Guns of War. Two on the card, Blazing Sky, Philisende Mtoli for Amy Parham. They gave it a right go, and to deny Matilda Fitzwalter her first win at Borrowdale Park. Blazing Sky, after 12 attempts, will get into the winner's box for the first time. This 3-year-old last winter filly for Amy Parham, and gets the stable off to a good start this afternoon. Philisende Mtoli in the irons for the Amy Parham yard, booting home Blazing Sky. Second will go to Matilda Fitzwalter ahead of the 3 Head and Heart. That's the provisional result from Borrowdale in the first. That was the running off for race 1, the match winner maiden plate over 1200 meters. And horse number 2, Blazing Sky, Philisende Mtoli for Amy Parham, coming through to win the first provisionally. Numbers not yet up in the frame. And beating the 5, Matilda Fitzwalter, into second ahead of the 3, Head and Heart.
The second race on the afternoon's program is the Toff Mary Trader 60 handicap. That's over 1800 meters, and off time for that is 13:35.
Race 2 on the program is the Tough Merit Rated 60 handicap to be contested over 1800 meters. Runners and riders now coming out in parade. Currently parading is horse number 1, New Galaxy, the mount of Daryl Daniels for Thomas Mason. Two is Burn Bright with Jared Penny. Four is Fearless Bomber with Phyllis Mkoli. And last out is horse number 3, House of Lords with Caden Bro. Race 2 is the Tough Merit Rated 60 handicap of 1800 meters, and it's off at 13:35 and features just the 4 runners. Small but competitive field headed out by the 1 New Galaxy, the mount of Daryl Daniels for Thomas Mason, and New Galaxy has been running pretty much in the outside minor money of late, and we expect it's coming off from a 61-day rest, and on current returns expect the same. 2 is Burn Bright, Jared Penny for Bridget Steidoff, finished second in her penultimate run over 1800, and that's going to be at least a pointer to today's run, so I think Burn Bright is going to be in the mix this afternoon. 3 is House of Lords, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. House of Lords, last time when he went the distance was in a novice over 1800, and he's come through to win a maiden in his last run. He's been rested for 61 days. He's also been gelded, and he's got to be at his absolute peak to impact here. 4 is Fearless Bomber. Fearless Bomber ran in the Phillies Classics over 1600 meters, finished 4th, and in her last outing over 17 finished 2nd, beaten by King's Crown. So Fearless Bomber, I think, will also be something to look out for in this affair. My selections then, I'm going for the 1 New Galaxy to beat the 4 Fearless Bomber from the 2 Burn Bright. They're loading them up down at the 1800 meter marker in preparation for the off of race 2, and Burn Bright has been installed into barrier 1. He's followed in by Fearless Bomber into 3. Handlers now working on House of Lords, that's horse number 3. That goes into barrier 2, and New Galaxy to complete the lineup. New Galaxy's ready. White flag goes up, set for a start, and away and racing in the tough Mary Traded 60 handicap. They're on their way down the back straight with 1800 meters to race, and they broke off pretty decently as well. And very quick into stride then was Burn Bright. That goes up and shows them a clean pair of heels by half a length. In second position then is Fearless Bomber. Fearless Sunday Mkoli in the black cap, that sits in second. On the paint is House of Lords, and that settles into third position. And New Galaxy is the tail marker as they begin now the top of the ascent towards the 1100 meter marker. Burn Bright leads them by half a length. In second position then is Fearless Bomber. Drop back to third position of House of Lords, and then New Galaxy steal the tail marker with 1000 meters left to race. About 6 lengths separates them first to last, and Burn Bright is the leader. But Fearless Bomber is making a move, and that one's outside, and that goes up to across the front runner. In third position then is House of Lords. New Galaxy still to move from the back as they now begin descending. Right-handed with 600 to go, they hit the home straight. And it's Burn Bright still commanding the lead. From in second position is Fearless Bomber. Drop back to third, House of Lords. New Galaxy, the tail marker with 400 meters left to race. Burn Bright from Fearless Bomber. Burn Bright in the lead by half a length. Fearless Bomber making headway down the outside of runners. New Galaxy taking off. It's Burn Bright from back in second. New Galaxy is on the outside of runners. Burn Bright and New Galaxy. Fearless Bomber in between runners. Fearless Bomber comes up to across Burn Bright. New Galaxy making headway on the outside of those, but Burn Bright will hold firm. Second will go to Fearless Bomber, New Galaxy in third, and fourth position to House of Lords. Jared Penny on board Burn Bright for Bridget Steinhoff, who led them from gun to tape, and he had a flurry of horses coming after him in the final 100 meters, but he held firm, and Burn Bright will win the second here at Borrowdale Park. That's the tough Mary Traded 60 handicap over 1800 meters, and Burn Bright finds her third win out here at Borrowdale. So it's 3 wins from 16 runs. Second will go to Fearless Bomber, hard fought Fearless Sunday Coley in second, and third will go to New Galaxy, who flew late but didn't have enough momentum to collar the 2 Burn Bright. That's how it finishes in the second at Borrowdale.
was the running of race 2, the Tough Mary Traded 60 handicap over 1800 meters. Well done to you for winning your try of the afternoon, and good win by Burn Bright.
Yeah, no, thanks, Ngoni. Obviously, look, I mean, it's lower division, but I think all of these horses are in their place. And you know what? It was actually a really good race and very, very exciting. So obviously, a very big thank you and well done to Jared. You know, she's not the easiest of horses. She doesn't have the best of action, but he kept it going. He got her to the front, and he kept plugging and he kept her in front. So obviously a very big thank you and well done to him. And a big thank you to all the owners. Fantastic to have all of them here today, especially with Colleen. She's got her family out from Oz. So fantastic to have a winner for them.
Well done to you. Can you give us a heads up on what else you got running today?
I've got Audacious in the next race. She is going 14.50. I think it might be a little bit too far for her. It just depends if we're able to get her settled. And then Solar Trip, he's stepping up in class this time out. So, but he does have a lightweight, so we'll have to see how it goes.
Well done to you. Hope to see you again. Let's talk to the connections. Well done to you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was a very exciting finish. You must be chuffed.
Very, very chuffed. Wonderful to be here and to see her run and win. And thank you to all my fellow owners. Stuck by this little horse. Nobody gave her any chance, and she's amazing. She's been amazing. We are absolutely delighted.
Well done to you. Have you got anything else running today?
Yes, we've got Audacious in the next race and Solo Trip in the following race.
Which
So it might be a good day for us girls.
hopefully we'll see you again later.
Thank you very much.
Connections there of horse number 2, Burn Bright, ridden by Jared Penny for Bridget Steidolf, and that concludes the running of race 2. Second win to horse number 4, Fearless Bomber. Third win to the 1, New Galaxy, and fourth to the 3, House of Lords. Next up is race 3, the Gallant Light, Borrowdale D Stakes over 14.50. Off time is 10 past 2.
Next up is race 3, the Gallant Light Borrowdale D Stakes 68 over 1450 meters. Got an early runner out on parade, and that's horse number 3, Audacious. The mount of Jared Penny for Bridget Steinhoff. Balance of the field still circling in the parade ring, on their way out now. Next out on parade is horse number 1, Prince of Denmark, with Phyllis Sande Mkoli. 2 is Copper Fire with Daryl Daniels. And 4 is When Evening Comes with Caden Brewer. That's the field for race 3. Off time is 10 past 2. Distance is 1450. the four runners, the field of four, competing in the Gallant Light Borrowdale D Stakes, 68 over 1450. Number one is Prince of Denmark with Filasandi Nkoli, very consistent individual, and has been finishing third for 3 consecutive races. So you can expect that Prince of Denmark is going to be up there this afternoon. 2 is Copper Fire. 1 last time out of a 1260, ups the trip over the bend this time around. And if we're going to take into contention her last outing, her penultimate outing of a 1600, beaten by Solo Trip, she's going to be very competitive again today. 3's Audacious. Spoke to the trainer earlier on, and she wasn't too positive about Audacious's chances, and but she did say if she happens to have her A game, she can run into the places. Last but not least is 4 When Evening Comes. Caden Brawford Thomas Mason's going to be the dark horse of the race here when evening comes, and if at best, this 5-year-old mare should be in the mix. My selections, I'm going for the 2 Copper Fire to beat the 4 When Evening Comes over the 1 Prince of Denmark. Starting stall team now shutting the front gates in preparation for the off of race 3 down at the 1450 meter mark, with a field of 4, small field but competitive nonetheless. Looking forward to an exciting finish in the Gallant Light Borrowdale D Stakes over 1450, being the 3rd race here on today's program. Approximately 2 minutes to the off, and my selections are the 2 Copper Fire to beat the 4 When Evening Comes from the 1 Prince of Denmark. They've started leading them up down at the 1450 meter mark, and Prince of Denmark is the first one to come up. It's followed in by When Evening Comes. Copper Fire next up. Leading up. Audacious into barrier 4. Audacious is ready. Left with Copper Fire to complete the lineup. Halfway in is Copper Fire. Taking hold of Copper Fire. Set for a start. And away and racing in the Gallant Light Borrowdale D Stakes. 14.50 before them. They broke off in a perfect line. And Copper Fire was very quick into stride. Goes up and leads the party. In second position then is Audacious, loops round runners, comes up too wide to race into closer order. And then in third is Prince of Denmark, as When Evening Comes takes the tail marker as they rattle past the 1100 meter marker. Audacious not hanging about, front running tactics establishes a 3-length lead from in second position Copper Fire, and then another 2 lengths back to Prince of Denmark. When Evening Comes the tail marker. 12 lengths separates them first to last, because Audacious is putting them through the ringer here, and he's got a healthy lead as he takes them to the end of the bend, and 600 meters to go in a short few strides. In second position then is Copper Fire, drop into third is Prince of Denmark. When Evening Comes the tail marker. As they hit the home straight, they come down with 600 meters to go. It's Audacious in front. Copper Fire still in second, about 3 lengths away. Drop back to When Evening Comes. Prince of Denmark being shaken up into the final 400. It's now Prince of Denmark on the inside of runners. Audacious still with a healthy advantage on the inside of runners. When Evening Comes is coming up, and in behind those is Copper Fire. It's now When Evening Comes on the inside of runners, who struck the front, and When Evening Comes is going to win the third here at Borrowdale. Second will go to Audacious, who rallies on with a second wind and comes up to collar Copper Fire into third, and Prince of Denmark last. Well, that was well ridden. Horse number 4, When Evening Comes, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. He finds the winner's box, and he just found his wings late on, and he comes up flying to beat into second to Copper Fire. So it's number 4, When Evening Comes, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason, who finds the winner's box in the third at Borrowdale. Patrons, please note that we've got a white Land Cruiser by the parade ring, AGT 1921 white Land Cruiser by the parade ring. May the owner please move that vehicle urgently, please. Sure.
was the running of the third event at Borrowdale, the Gallant Light Borrowdale D Stakes over 1450. Horse number 4, when evening comes, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. Well done to you, Tom. Afternoon. And did you?
Very good chance. She was very well. The manager one I didn't expect. It did impress me. I mean, Caden just steered her. She won very well, going away, and the pace was on. I think it suited us. But well done to Kevin Fallon, Craig Adamson. You know, they are staunch supporters of racing, both here and in South Africa. There's a homebred, and she's done very well since coming from South Africa. She's been here about a year and a half now and won 5 races for us. So I'm chuffed with her. She's done very well for us, and she's a gutsy little filly.
Well done to you. We're halfway down through the field, through the race card. What have you got later on?
I've got Errol Display coming up next. I think I ride him a little bit differently. I mean, we normally go to the front, but it just seems that they've worked out his tactics, so we might try something different. Cosmic Event going 2-2, nice galloping weight. Jared knows the horse, so I think the 2-2 will suit him. And then I've got a new filly, Ignite the Light in the Oaks. Don't know much about her. She's only been here for maybe 3 weeks, still getting to know her. So we're trying.
Pick up the lot.
I'll say Cosmic Event.
Hope to see you later.
Thank you.
Winning trainer there, Thomas Mason, who's brought horse number 4, When Evening Comes Home, with Caden Brewer. Second gone to horse number 3, Audacious. Third to the 2, Copper Fire. And fourth to the 1, Prince of Denmark. Up next is the Cerise Sherry, merit-rated 88 handicap, and that's over 1700 meters. Off time is 14:45.
Race 4 on the program is the Cerise Cherry Mary Traded 88 handicap over 1700 meters. And your runners and riders now coming out in parade. First out in parade is horse number 1, Ultimate Jewel, the mount of Norbert Takawira. 3 is Empire Blue with Daryl Daniels. 4 is the Octagon, Phyllis Sande Mkoli. 5, Aerial Display with Caden Bro. 7 is Power Ranger with Kevin Derere. And 8 is Solo Trip with Jared Penny. Scratch the 2, Captive Moon. Scratch the 6, Raining Again. Leaves us with 6 runners going to post for race 4. Race 4 on the card is the Cerise Cherry Mary Traded 88 handicap over 1700 meters. Half time is 14:45 and approximately 6 minutes to the off. Off race 4. Number 1 is Ultimate Jewel with Norbert Takawira. The Ultimate Jewel is having an in and out kind of performances of late. Finished 4th last time out in a Pinnacle 1450. But in the MR95 1600 before that, finished 1st. So could be anything here. Ultimate Jewel. I think we shall take place chances on the 1. Scratch the 2, Captive Moon. The 3, Empire Blue, is ridden by Daryl Daniels for Deborah Swanson. Quite consistent, has been finishing 3rd over 1600 and over 2-4. 1700 this time around, and I think Empire Blue should be in the mix. 4 is the Octagon, Phyllis Sande Mkoli for Amy Parham. This is one that is also very upbeat and should be very difficult to displace. The 4 Octagon should be each way chances this afternoon. 4 Aerial Display has got minor money chances. Scratch the 6, Raining Again. The 7 Power Ranger has been upbeat in finishing in the top two consecutive times, over 1450 and over 1800. And then comes the unbeaten 8 Solo Trip with Jared Penny. So very much open. This affair could go anywhere. Main contenders will be Empire Blue, Octagon and Solo Trip, and a bit of Power Ranger in the mix there. Take your chances. The 8 Solo Trip is unbeaten in 3 last starts, so very consistent, and with the lightweight should be one to keep in the mix. My selections going for the 8 Solo Trip to beat the 4 the Octagon, and the 3 Empire Blue, the 7 Power Ranger. Approximately 3 minutes to the off of race 4, the Series Cherry Merit-rated 88 handicap, over 1700 meters. And the field now circling behind the starting stalls as we wait to get underway. Very open field with at least 4 horses likely to contend for the winner's box. And take note of the 2 scratchings of horse number 2 Captive Moon and the 6 Raining Again. No jockeys available to ride those 2 as we prepare for the running of a feature event late on at 15:55. That's the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks over 2,000 meters. And after the running of this race, we'll have the last 2. So they're now loading up down at the 1700 meter mark, and Empire Blue is the first one to go up. Leading in Ultimate Jewel. Ultimate Jewel's ready. Now the turn of Solar Trap. Solar Trip edging forward. Taken hold of Solar Trip. Aerial Display is up next. Meantime, the Octagon goes in. Octagon is ready. Aerial Display goes into stall. Now the turn of Power Ranger to complete the lineup. Set for a start. And away and racing in the Series Cherry Merit Rated 88 handicap. They've got 1700 before them and they got off to a perfect line. Solar Trip quickly found the front. Aerial Display in behind that. Ultimate Duel. Power Ranger towards the back of the field as they come up now to the 800 meter marker. The lead is diminished for the front runner and about 8 lengths now separates them first to last. Solar Trip leads them on. In second position, the Empire is Empire Blue. The Octagon is in third. Drop back then to Ultimate Duel towards the back of the field. Races alongside Power Ranger. The Octagon looks like he's in trouble as they make their way now down to the 400 meter marker. It's now on the outside of runners, the Octagon. From back in the inside of runners, Solar Trip. These two into the final 200. Solar Trip takes off on the outside of runners and Solar Trip takes up the lead. From back in second, the Octagon, but Solar Trip into the final 100 meters is going to destroy them here. It's going to be 4 out of the last 4 for this phenomenal runner. In second position is the Octagon, third went to Power Ranger and fourth to Ultimate Duel. Jared Penny boots home Solar Trip for Bridget Steiloff, and this one is developing into one smart gelding. Solar Trip finds his 4th consecutive win from his last 4, and he's run them ragged here. Front running tactics paying off again, and Solar Trip beats home the Octagon in second in race 4. This Series Cherry Merit Rated 88 handicap. It's the second one for the Steiloff yard for this afternoon, and Jared Penny brings home the 8 into the winner's box, and that's how it finishes in the 4th.
That was the running of race 4 this 18 over 1700 meters, and Bridget Smiloff bringing home the winner. A solo trip with Jared Penny. Well done to you, Bridget. Talked to you earlier. Said he was going up in trip and he was going to have his work for him, but he dealt with it well.
Yeah, no, look, obviously, all I have to thank you. Got him to the front. You know, he had a perfect draw of one, so we got him to the front, and he managed to keep him finding. And I mean, Jared said even when the octagon came up next to him, he said the horse kept going. He was so a very, very big thank you to Jared. Thank you to Kirsty and all for their support and everything. It's fantastic.
Well done to you. That's pretty just set off there. Let's talk to Kirsty. Kirsty, well done. You really chuffed. It's now 4 from the last 4, and it's doing you very proud.
Yeah, and Gody, I am ecstatic. We never really expected this, and he's done so very well. Big thanks, obviously, to Adrian, who found this horse to start off with. Yeah, he's doing much better. Thanks for Bridget and her team, who've got him where he needs to be, and a fantastic ride from Jared on him, and Burn Bright and Audacious. So, yeah, good day for style of racing with our 3 horses.
Well done to you guys.
Thank you.
Well done to the Solo Trip team, who's brought home host number 8, and that's how he finished in the 4th at Borrowdale. Next up is race 5. That's the Mr. Eagle Pinnacle Plate 105. It's over 2-2, and off time is 20 past 3.
Race 5 on the program as the Misty Eagle Pinnacle Plate 105 over 2,200 meters. Your runners and riders now coming out in parade. First out in parade is horse number 1, Ideal View, with Norbert Takawira. That's followed closely by the 2, Last One Standing, with Daryl Daniels. Last One Standing turning to go down. Well, not quite yet. It's Ideal View who turned to go down first, followed in by Last One Standing. 3 is Master TikTok with Villa Sandy Nkoli. Master TikTok turns to go down. 4, My Secret Place with Caden Brewer. And 5 is Cosmic Event with Jared Penny. My Secret Place turns up. And last one to go down is going to be Cosmic Event. 5 runners going to post in the 5th event. The Misty Eagle Pinnacle Plate 105. 2,200 meters is the distance. This is the penultimate race for the afternoon as we lead up to the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks over 2,000 meters. Approximately 3 minutes away to the off of race 5, and the field of 5 is now safely down at the 2,200 meter mark. Number 1 is Ideal View with Norbert Takawira for Deborah Swanson, and Ideal View in a spectacular run of form, with the exception maybe of that trip out in the Castle Tankard. Back over the long trip this time around, 2,200, and definitely going to be involved in the mix. 2, Last One Standing is coming from 2 consecutive wins, and distance suited as well as the 2 Last One Standing. Daryl Daniels up in the irons for Deborah Swanson, and is going to have each way chances as well. 3, Master TikTok is ridden by Phyllis Sunday Nkoli, and Phyllis Sunday is going to have his work cut out for him as they try to go 2-2 with Master TikTok. He's had 28 runs with 5 wins in his career. He's Mogok Master gelding, and plays chances abound this afternoon. My Secret Place, Caden Brewer for Amy Parham, dark horse in the race, and finished 4th in the Castle Tankard. So that tells you that this mare's got some fighting spirit in her. She should be also involved in the mix. Last but not least is the 5 Cosmic Event with Jared Penny for Thomas Mason, and the 2-2 going for there for the first time at Borrowdale, so we'll wait and see how well he does over the long distance. Starter's been given the signal to start loading them up, and here we go for the Mr. Eagle Pinnacle Plate. First to go up is the one Ideal View, and Ideal View is loaded up. Last one standing is the next one to come up. Taking hold of last one standing. Master TikTok goes in. Now the turn of Cosmic Event. Cosmic Event is ready. Lastly is My Secret Place to complete the lineup. Taking hold of My Secret Place. White flag goes up, set for a start, and the starter sends them home in the Mr. Eagle Pinnacle Plate 105. And Cosmic Event was very slow away, jumped very late, and the rest of them got out an even kill, and Ideal View will lead them down the back straight. And in second position then is Master TikTok, drop further back then to My Secret Place in third. Drop about 2 lengths back to last one standing, who's in fourth, and then Cosmic Event, who jumped late, is the tail marker as they make their way now past the 1800 meter marker. About 5 lengths separates them from first to last, and they are led out in front by Ideal View. Cosmic Event has come from stone last and looped round all the runners to go up and take up the pole position here, and it's Cosmic Event who now strings them along from in second position. Master TikTok in second, drop further back to third is the early leader Ideal View, who's now dropped it up into mid division. 2 wide out, that is last one standing, and towards the back of the field then is My Secret Place as they make their way now past the 1100 meter marker. Cosmic Event by 2, Master TikTok in second, last one standing third. Drop further back then to Ideal View on the paint, and in last position is My Secret Place as they swoop round headed now at the top of the bend. They've got 1,000 meters to race, and they've bunched up into closer order with about 4 lengths separating them from first to last, and it's Cosmic Event in the lead. Master TikTok in a short second. Third belongs to Ideal View. Fourth, last one standing, My Secret Place, the tail marker, as they'll switch right-handed now at the 600 meter marker, and they'll come charging down the home straight, and they fly out in front here. On the inside of runners is Ideal View. Cosmic Event is in the middle, races alongside Master TikTok. On the outside of them is last one standing, My Secret Place, out the back door into the final 400 now. It's now last one standing who picked it up from Cosmic Event in second. Last one standing, Jock is still to move, and he's just cruising through them here like a hot knife through butter into the final 100 meters. He's not shaking him, he's not giving him the stick, and he's gonna win, and win very convincingly from a ding-dong battle in second between Cosmic Event and My Secret Place. Fourth will go to Master TikTok, and fifth to Ideal View. Very confident win from the 2, last one standing, Daryl Daniels for Deborah Swanson. He gets 3 in a row, and he's looking very good. Is this 4-year-old twice over gelding. Daryl Daniels brings him home, confident as you like, and you can see there he's just sitting on board, doing nothing really, while the 2 behind him are engaged in a hot scrap for that second position. We'll wait for the judge on that, but from that picture, maybe just My Secret Place, but it's very tight, and they crossed almost as one, but the advantage favors My Secret Place of a Cosmic Event. Master TikTok, Ideal View completing that fly.
There we had the running of race 5, the penultimate race to the, as we lead, and won by horse number 2, last one standing. And let's talk to Deborah. Deborah, well done to you, and very convincing last one standing.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well done to Jackson Dunks. Lovely making. We've got to be careful where and how we run him. He's a bit fragile on these hard grounds, but he's done very well today. I have no reason to think that today's going to be a problem. He's managed that race very easily. So lovely ride from Daryl. Nice way for him to end off our official season. And again, thank you to all the grooms. And Kirsty's been working hard on all the horses. Let's hope Ideal View is okay. He's got a nasty cut from whatever happened in the earlier stages of the races. Unfortunately, without being able to watch, I can't see. I'm going to have to go watch a replay. But yeah, nice season. Well done to everybody involved in the yard, all my owners. They've all been great, and they've certainly made it worth the fight to carry on. So well done to everybody and my fellow trainers for keeping it going.
Well done to you.
Thank you.
That was Deborah Swanson there. Let's talk to the winning jockey. Well done to you, Daryl. You don't get them as leisurely as those.
No, look, I'm so chuffed for Auntie Jackson, Uncle Dunks to own this fella, and he won convincingly again today. It's still a bit firm out there for him, but Debbie's done such an amazing job getting weight on him. His mouth has always been soft. She's got on top of that. He settles in nicely. Everywhere I put him in the race, he went there willingly, and he won a good race. I really think there's quite a bit left here. End of the season, I think today's the last meeting, last ride here for the season. I am so grateful to every single person in Zimbabwe at Borrowdale Racing for accommodating me, giving me the chances. Debbie, Centaur, Paul Corringe and these guys. It's just been, every time I leave here, my mind's in a good space and I feel loved. Indigo, been through another season with me, even though most of our publicity in Zim. Still, today again, I had a light ride or two and I got through the day feeling strong as ever. So, well done all around and thank you very much.
Well done to you. Let's talk to the winning connections. Well done to you, long-suffering husband not coming through today.
Long-suffering husband is not coming through. I did ask him if he wanted to, but he said no. What can I say? End of the season. That was a lovely way for us to end the season. Thank you to Debbie and to all her friends and helpers at the stables. Thank you to Daryl. Thank you to the grooms. Thank you to Mashonaland Turf Club for keeping us going for another year. I hope we can carry on for another year. And it's good. It's good. Thank you very much.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Winning connections there of last one standing. Official numbers up in the frame, 2, 4, 5 and 3. That's how it finished in the frame. Next up is the Jeff Armitage, Zimbabwe Oaks, and it's over 2,000 meters.
It's now time for the feature event on this afternoon's program, and that's the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks. 2,000 meters is the distance, and 15:55 is the off time. Your runners are now coming out in parade. They're headed out by horse number 2, Ignite the Light, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. Followed up by horse number 4, She's Everything, with Jared Penny in the green cap. Horse number 3's already gone down. That's September Flower with Fela Sunday Mtoli for Amy Parham. They're going to have 2,000 meters to race. Turning to go down is She's Everything. That's horse number 4. And we'll wait for number 2, Ignite the Light, with Caden Brewer, who's giving himself a bit of a run-up on the way down to the 2,000 meter marker. And we're approximately 10 minutes away from the off the feature event. That's race 6. It's the Zimbabwe Oaks over 2,000 meters. Here comes Ignite the Light. And of course, horse number 1, Queen of Fire, not taking part this afternoon. Take out the 1, Queen of Fire. So just the 3 then to go the 2,000 meter trip. Ignite the Light going down against September Flower and She's Everything. And that will be your field for the Zimbabwe Oaks. Off time is 9 minutes away. So runners for race 6, the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks, over 2,000 meters, making their way now down to the starting stalls at the 2,000 meter mark. This is of course in honor of Jeff Armitage, former MTC chairman and also former chair of the TBA. Was also a prolific breeder and a great in the horse racing industry. And these trio will race for the Zimbabwe Oaks this afternoon. The 2 is Ignite the Light, first time out at Borrowdale and coming from a 70-day rest. Decent form line down in South Africa, finishing slightly outside of the minor money, and that always translates to a decent form line in Zimbabwe, so you can be rest assured Ignite the Light is going to be competitive here. Thomas Mason wasn't giving much away when we spoke to him earlier, and we'll see how the 2 Ignite the Light goes. 3 September Flower, won last time out in the Phillies Classic over the mile trip, and now goes up to 2,000. We'll see if she can take the trip against the 2 other fillies. 4 is She's Everything. Jared Penny rides for Amy Parham and has been very competitive, as She's Everything. Was beaten into second in the Phillies Classic and went on to race twice. After that, Silver Slipper finished first, beating Burn Bright by an impressive 13 lengths, and then went over 1600 last time out and was beaten by Solar Trip, who won this afternoon against a pretty competitive field, so I think She's Everything is also gonna be hard to beat here. So you can't really pick any of them. Ignite the Light's got the South African experience. September Flower beat She's Everything in the Phillies Classic, but She's Everything has gone on to race after the Phillies Classic and has done extremely well. So you can make your own conclusions as to who's who in the zoo. In race 6, my selections, I'm going for the 4, She's Everything, to beat the 2, Ignite the Light, from the 3, September Flower. Minutes away from the off of the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks, listed over 2,000 meters, which is race 6 in today's program, and featuring a contingent of 3 runners, with the scratching of the 1 Queen of Fire, and source number 2 Ignite the Light with Caden Brewer, 3 September Flower, Phyllis Sandem Koli, and 4 She's Everything with Jared Penny in the green cap. They're loading up for the Zimbabwe Oaks, and She's Everything is the first one to come up. She's Everything is loaded. Now the turn of Ignite the Light. Halfway in. Just to close the back gate and Ignite the Light. Ignite the Light is ready. September Flower to complete the lineup. September Flower goes in. Set for a start. and the starter sends them home in the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks over 2,000 meters, and they got off to a pretty decent enough beginning. She's Everything looked like missed a step at the break, but got past that and shot to the front, and he's gonna lead them in the Zimbabwe Oaks. She's Everything from back in second, September Flower in the similar colors in the orange cap. Then comes Ignite the Light, who's too wide out as they race past now the 1600 meter mark. About 3 lengths separates them first to last, and Ignite the Light and She's Everything competing for that first pole position, and out behind them is September Flower. It's a pretty decent enough pace as they begin to negotiate the top bend, and in front is She's Everything by half a length from back in second, Ignite the Light. Then comes the tail marker September Flower as they make their way now past the 1,000 meter marker. So about 3 lengths separates them first to last. It's She's Everything who's led them from the get-go. In second position is Ignite the Light. Then comes the tail marker September Flower as they begin to descend now the hill and make their way towards the junction of the two courses. They'll have 600 meters to go in a heartbeat, and She's Everything still strings them along. In second position is Ignite the Light. In third is September Flower as they hit the home straight now, and they'll have 400 meters to go in a bit as they fan out, and on the outside of runners is Ignite the Light. In between them is She's Everything, and on the inside of runners is September Flower. 400 meters to go in the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks, and Ignite the Light and She's Everything making now headway towards the inside. It's September Flower on the inside of runners from Ignite the Light on the outside, but September Flower keeps clear and goes on and wins the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks. Second will go to Ignite the Light, and third to She's Everything. Three on the card: September Flower, Phyllis Sunday, Mtoli for Amy Parham. Will find enough in the tank to make it 2 in a row. And September Flower has won the Zimbabwe Oaks. Second goes to the newcomer Ignite the Light with Caden Brewer, and third will go to She's Everything. And in the slow-mo you can see horse number 3, September Flower, virtually uncontested in the final stages, and goes on and crosses the line into the winner's box. Ignite the Light will get second, and third will go to the 4. And that rounds up racing on this afternoon, and that's the end of the feature event. It's won by horse number 3, September Flower.
running of the feature event of this afternoon's program, the Jeff Armitage Memorial Zimbabwe Oaks Limited. And it's over 2,000 meters, won by horse number 3, September Flower, with Phyllis Sunday Mkoni. Can we have one of the guys come through to talk to us? Very well done to you, Spencer, and great way to end off the day's racing with the feature event, and September Flower won it well.
No, thank you. Well done to Mike Mallet, who's in Port Alfred. Mike, this is the X. It's a great win for you. To put us under, he needed to win to tie the jockey championship with Daryl. Well done to both of them. It's been a great season. Thank you to everybody concerned. And to my fellow owners, thank you very much.
Very well done to you guys. Please stand by and receive the trophy from Mr. Kevin Fallon. Ladies and gentlemen, horse number 3, September Flower, has won the Zimbabwe Oaks.